What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about DogeCoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is, I don't know why. Does it look, do I look like pale green? Let's see. There we go. Boom. I don't know why the camera does that, but looking at this here, we're at 23 cents, and it's nice. I feel like a lot of people are talking about DogeCoin today. I'm actually making this video because I have a friend. Shout out to Izzy if you're watching this, my man. He was asking if it's at a good price to buy, and I think same message I told him, someone I know in the real world, that I would tell you guys. If you can hold through a little volatility, if you can hold through the price moving back down to 21 cents or even lower over the next few days, sure, it's at a good time to buy. I think it is. I mean, if we look at this here, right, literally, we've got a W pattern going on here, and you're below the nipple. I mean, whenever you look, let's just look back at time for Bitcoin, for example. What happened whenever you broke above the nipple on a W pattern? Let's just see. I mean, here you had one. It's kind of ugly, but you had one right here, right? Little W. And what happened whenever you broke above that? Boom! You ripped. Was it an ideal time to buy here? No, it was a much more ideal time to buy here. But if you bought there, you caught a big move. You know what I mean? Like that's great. What about Chainlink? We look at Link here. Oop, Link USD. On Coinbase, same thing, literally the same thing, except on a weekly time frame. Look at that, right? You're like here in Dogecoin land where Link was. You know what I mean? Like it's this, and you broke above that. Look at that, boom! You're up 19%, and a good bit of that came from yesterday. Once you broke above the central point there. So Dogecoin, yeah, I do think that it comes back down, and we'll go over that in a second, but just a little bit, not anything too crazy. I do want the Bitcoin chart on here personally, so we're gonna do that. Leave that up there. It makes me feel safe. Let's look at the RSI. Okay, RSI overbought. You are overbought. I mean, the last time that you were overbought, you know, you came down a lot, but I don't think this is that situation, right? The time before that when you got overbought was here, right? You got overbought. You pulled back. How much did you pull back? Right, from a high to a low, pulled back about 14.7%. You got overbought again, and then how much did you pull back? High to low. You pulled back about 20%. But was that the end of it? No, you kept. I mean, if you look at this, you kept going. If you just held through the pain, you bought the dip even, you did good. You did really good. So, no, I don't think that this is going to be akin to that. I think it's going to be more akin to what we did over here. And overall, it's going to take you to, I think this thing's going to new all-time highs. We're at 23 cents now, probably going toward like $70, not $70, 70 cents to $1, maybe even a little bit above there. Over the next month, I would think. But let's get into the short-term stuff, okay? Let me just look at this real quick. Get this. There we go. All right. I do think Bitcoin's coming down, and that's might take Dogecoin with it. But if Bitcoin moves down a small amount, altcoins don't normally move up when Bitcoin moves down. But if Bitcoin just moved up a lot, which it did, and it just consolidates, it moves down a little bit, altcoins do well. They tend to do well. So even if Bitcoin's going down, that doesn't necessarily mean Dogecoin has to go down. But you can see here, looking on the 15-minute time frame, you got a lot of volume come in right here. Big move. You had even more volume come in on the next two candles, and you didn't move as much. So that's an exchange. Think about it this way, right? If I told you, hey, there's a lot of volume down here, well, that was the low. That's obvious. Hey, there's a lot of volume up here. Well, that's obvious. That's the high. And not that that was a lot of volume, but relative to this stuff, it kind of was a lot of volume, right? If there's a lot of volume going on at one area, but you're not moving, what do you think is happening, right? There's a transaction of transfer of ownership going on there. People are selling is my perspective there. Overbought on the 15-minute time frame, overbought on the daily time frame, overbought on the 1-hour time frame. Doesn't mean you have to go down, but just the thought there. Okay, just a thought. Let's look at this real quick. What about a high to a low here? High to low right there. All the way up your golden ratio. What I will say is this, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. You could go up a little further. Maybe you go up to like 24 cents first and then you come down. Does that mess with your W at all? No. I don't believe that you're getting above here, but maybe you go up a little bit further. You're finding resistance right now. If we get rid of this white line. Here, hold on now. Get rid of that. Finding resistance here where you found resistance before. Kind of in this area that you found resistance before and support before. So, I mean, it might make sense to reject here. But nothing crazy, right? You might not even go to 21 cents. You actually might go down to 22 cents. And hold support there. It's very common in powerful moves, which I think you're getting set up for. I mean, really, you really are. To go down to the 1272 and continue to build from there. To go down to 21 cents, that would put you back down here. I don't know if you actually see that. But there is sense to be made out of that, because if we were to take this low here to this high, 21 cents right there with that 236. I mean, it could happen. I doubt you do that. Thinking about it now, I think 22 cents is a better place to go. So yeah, if talking to anybody about this, we're at 23.1 cents now. Is it worth holding out for a whole penny down? I mean, maybe. If it is to you, sure. You want to be perfect. But really what I would say is just buy, hold, and then buy some more if it dips, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we stagnated between today, Friday, and the next couple of days going into Monday next week. But nothing crazy. I mean, Dogecoin's gone through the pain, man. It's gone through. It's ready. You look at this thing on a weekly basis, this thing is super bullish. Absolutely bullish. I mean, you look at that, right? Mega bullish uptrend, right? Higher lows, higher highs, the whole thing. You got the base of this channel. You got a giant W here. You're going to rip all the way up. And let's look at this on an all-time history index. We don't need the volume now. And by the way, actually, before we get to that, look at the volume here on the weekly basis, right? You haven't done that yet. It's coming. And when it comes, you're going to rip, man. You're going to rip right through the roof. It's going to be glorious. But looking at this here, the all-time history index, if we take this high to the low, where are you going to go? Your guess is as good as mine, but I think 69 cents to $1.10 right there. Bada bing, bada boom. That's your destination. That's the primary target zone, the 1272. You see these numbers here, 1272 Fibonacci to the 1618 Fibonacci extensions. That's the primary target area. Oh, hey, we're moving up a little bit on this Bitcoin here. Being volatile, as it normally is, I'm not impressed. I do think the price is going to come back down, but it could go higher. It really could go higher. I mean, I feel like whenever I call for it to go down, it actually normally does go up. But if we look at this from a high to a low here, 1272, you kind of double topped it. I don't know. That's a good reaction, though, in this 1 hour candle. Wicked down the first 30 minutes, now you're coming back up. I mean, we could go higher. Maybe go all the way up. You hit your golden ratio here for support. Maybe go all the way up to 121.7K to find resistance before going lower. That could happen. Anyways, guys, Bitcoin goes up, Dogecoin's going to have an easy time going up. If Bitcoin goes down, Dogecoin could still go up. I still think that over the coming days we're going to go down a little bit. So I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, please. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And, I mean, Dogecoin's going to go a lot higher than even the prices that we discussed here. I think that you'll be at $4 by the end of this cycle. But that's all I got. All right, bye.